Hello there, my name is Rama, and I want to introduce to you the energetic protection coding. I have a code name for it, C111, and this coding helps you to reactivate part of your higher dimensional technology, which creates this vast shield of flame around you, shield of fire, protective energy, that helps. Really, that protective flame is a magnetic fire. It's not like fire that when you light something on fire. It's not even like your stomach fire, which digests food, although its role is similar. It's a magnetic flame that is a thought purifier. So if you're in an environment where your coworkers are constantly thinking in not so positive ways, and they're thinking about all their worries while they're at work, then when you have this coating, this magnetic shield of flame, this magnetic fire burns away those negative thoughts as they try to come at you. And so they can't affect you, they're dissolved. They're made harmonious. It's not an attacking kind of energy, it's more of a harmonizing, returning to a sphere, brings it back into a sphere, and makes it harmless. So this energetic protection coating burns away all the negative thinking patterns in your environment and makes them positive or simply neutralizes them. And this, of course, makes you more receptive to positive thoughts. So if there are all these negative thoughts coming at you constantly from all these different directions, when they're all burned away and pushed away and cleansed out of your system, it creates this opening, and then your higher guidance can come through and actually reach you and actually make contact and give you great ideas and inspirations. So this energetic protection coating is a mind protection coating. It's a coating that helps you retain your identity, because when you're busy holding positive thoughts and trying to think in new directions for your life, you have this vision you want to manifest, you know how the wrong people can squash your vision in an instant. It's just a tiny little seed and they kick it right out of the soil. Oh, you can't do that. That's not possible, right? You know the routine. So what you do with this coating is, even if they still say that to you, you just say nope, and you don't buy it. You don't take them seriously, and you may literally say, no, stop it, don't tell me, stuff like that. Or if you're in a less familiar relationship with them where you can do that, you simply ignore them and go on your happy way. And then your little seed can stay in the soil of your mind's inspiration and continue to germinate and actualize, and then you have a new life, because you refuse to let anyone else's mind redirect you. Our future is determined by the way we think now. So you can envision the future as this pillar beam of light extending above your head and shooting off into the higher dimensions and weaving together different people and situations into your life. And as you change your thoughts, then you change your future. You realign with your higher self, and then you are aligned with your true mission, and then you download that future into your body. And that's what starts to manifest. What you're thinking right now is going to determine how you go about your day. Maybe there are certain certainties of the rest of your day. You'll go home from work, or you'll go to the supermarket, or this, that, other thing. But how you do it determines what else happens in your life. What you're thinking as you're going about those daily activities determines your future. And gradually, it's like a realignment. If you're walking forward, and with every step you take, you go off from this straight course, you go off 1 degree. If you keep walking in that way, soon you'll be turned around completely in the opposite direction, right? What's my point? Your thoughts align you magnetically and bring to your future. And if there's a slight misalignment with your divine, your ultimate goal, before you know it, if you're just slightly off, after a little while of continuing in that direction, you're suddenly off course. And now you're like, how did I end up here? This doesn't look anything like what my intentions were. You were upstairs, in the higher plane. You're like, all right, I'm going to incarnate and do my mission. And you get down here, and before you know it, you're turned around completely in the other direction. You're like, what happened? How did I end up here? What's going on? It's because influences were affecting your mind and causing you to misalign with your higher self. So your future got misaligned. So your thought patterns as you were going about your day became less positive and less directed, less focused, and you're wandering or actively uncomfortable and sad and irritable, and so then you're not smiling, and then the person who should have met you that day and given you this great job opportunity in a company and doing something you'd really like, wasn't attracted to, because you weren't smiling, you weren't happy, because you weren't thinking positively. Now, that was one reality, that's one possible future. Now imagine if you are holding positive thoughts, you're smiling, you're happy, you're ignoring all the negativity around you, then this potential future employer sees your smiles like, hey, what are you doing? They're interested in you now because you're happy, you're radiant. So how you think and what you feel and what's in your field changes your future potentials, changes your options. And so this energetic protection coding is all about ensuring that the living radiance of your field, the living potentials in your field, the thoughts that are manifest in your mind and thus radiating through your whole being, this coding makes sure that those thoughts are aligned with your highest self. So in this way, this coding is helping you to defend your identity, defend your future against all opposition, so you can actually manifest it. And if there are beings who are thinking of you in a not so positive way, such as ex-boyfriends or girlfriends, or, parents who think you're doing the wrong thing with their life, or children who think that you're crazy for believing in energy and light and stuff like that, or employees, coworkers, bosses, who knows. Whoever is thinking of you in a not so positive way, their thoughts can't affect you anymore. So you feel more free. Your space energetically feels more free. So that's why I call it the energetic protection coding. The word energy is pretty vague, but it actually does cover a lot of territory, because your thoughts then dictate everything else. They dictate your emotions and your physical appearance, your physical health. So this coding helps you start from the top down and protect your fields so you can accomplish your goals for your life and be who you want to be and be happy and joyful in this world and unaffected by what's going around you. You create your own bubble of heaven. It's called your mind. You create your own bubble of heaven. Your mind becomes a temple, a paradise, and then you live in this little bubble of paradise and everything is fine. You go and you walk about and you do your thing, and it doesn't matter what the rest of the world is doing. You're doing what you came to do. You know your purpose and you do it. So that's what this coding helps you with. If you'd like to order it, you can order it on my website, and the link is provided in the description of this video. But I'll say it also, it's www.evernewjoy.net. EVERNEWJOY.net. And this coding creates this magnificent shield of flame around you, and you'll recognize it as this deepening of your field, this deepening. You feel like the space around you has deepened, and you also feel like you have this shield now, this protective flame, this protective fire. And it's very entertaining. So I hope you have a wonderful day.